Hello, this is Rika, an electric workshop learning guide. Check the operation test and results for each PLC pattern with Arduino. Also, learn the configuration that is operated through an actual Arduino. You can check the simple operation simulator configuration on the left side of the screen and the PLC input and output configuration on the right side. A brief description of today's time chart pattern. To start a pattern, you must first have an SSA input and no SSB input. When the user presses and releases the push button PBA, the lamps PLE to PLA are lit sequentially. After all lamps are turned on, when the user inputs the push button PBB, from PLA to PLE are turned on sequentially. This pattern can be thought of simply. When the user presses and releases the push button PBA again, the lamps are lit sequentially. If the user presses the push button PBB in the middle, the sequential lighting stops, and the lamp starts to turn off at the position of the lamp where the push button PBB was pressed. For example, if there is a push button PBB input while the lamp is on to the PLC is turned off immediately, and it turns off at 1 second intervals in the order of PLD and PLE. You can make a pattern easily if you stop the timer that lights up the lamp and activate the timer that turns off. Lastly, if you reset the status of the timer that lights up and the timer that turns off when the lights are off, you can use the push buttons PBA and PBB again. Today's time chart pattern is an example of learning to turn on and turn off lamps sequentially through push buttons PBA and PBB. However, this is learning to understand the pattern of turning off again in the middle when the lamps are on. Now let's start checking the simulation in action. Please also check the time chart change given in the center.
Input on, wiring breaker. Input on, SSA. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Press the button, PBB. Release the button, PBB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Press the button, PBB. Release the button, PBB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Press the button, PBB. Release the button, PBB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Input on, SSB. Input off, SSB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Input off, SSA. Input on, SSA. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Press the button, PBB. Release the button, PBB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Press the button, PBB. Release the button, PBB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Press the button, PBB. Release the button, PBB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Input on, SSB. Input off, SSB. Press the button, PBA. Release the button, PBA. Input off, SSA. Input off, wiring breaker.
World of Rika. Thanks for watching. Please refer to learning. Subscribe check.